anything could happen. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Paul Kerfoot.
You ready, Paul? Go.
So then, Kerfoot lad, what are you going to do when you leave school? Don't know, sir. You don't know, lad, a talented, creative, artistic lad like you? No, sir. I suggest you get your thinking cap on, lad. Exams are coming up. Oh, I know, sir. How about a plumber? A plumber, lad, is that the best you can do? Oh, how about a pilot? A pilot, lad, you've no chance. School, eh? I loved it. History, art, geography, fantastic. I became a graphic designer, you know. And I had this idea. We do history at school, but why don't we ever do future? Alternative, life-changing careers advice for young people. That was my idea for a pilot. And I thought, what a fantastic idea. And I was really worried, you know, because these are my children. Chloe's 12, she wants to be an art teacher. And I asked Joshua, who's 7, what do you want to do when you leave school? He says, a snowman. I says, you can't be a snowman. He says, how about Santa's little helper? No, that's not a proper job. He says, how about pound stretcher then? I says, oh goodness me, I'm going to have to do something about this. I'm going to have to change the future. And don't you think we have a right as adults to change the future for young people? I mean, look at this, don't you think children have a right to know that this recession is very unusual? Even I don't understand it. And it's not the same because it's not picking up like the other 4. So why don't we tell young people stuff like that? Why don't we tell them that jobs, there's too many people outstripping replacement, when really these are the jobs that they should be doing because there's gaps in the market. There's a complete mismatch in jobs, it's all gone wrong. What's happening? Yeah? Why is it that 20%, 1 in 5 young people need to become an engineer in the future? Why is it that 12% of people doing media studies and there's only 3% in the industry? It's completely bananas, isn't it? Yeah? So there's all this wonderful research like Young Chamber, 5th Matrix, 20% are going to be teachers, 12.5% military, nurses. It's all going wrong. This is Yorkshire. So what I've done to simplify it for you, in a class of 33, we're going to have 6 teachers, 4 soldiers, 4 nurses, 2 hairdressers, a couple of engineers, 1.5 media things, and 1 graphic designer. Yeah? Something's terribly gone wrong here, hasn't it? Now what I did my own pilot. Guess what? 48% of people didn't even know what they wanted to do when they leave school. These are like 14 to 16-year-olds. So I thought, I'll give them some information. But look what happened on my little chart. Less teachers, a few in engineering, much more of a mix than this one. So, is this right and that wrong? Or are we just giving them all the wrong information? And I thought, this is not rocket science, it's dead easy. All you've got to do is give them a list of the top 52 jobs, let them tick what they fancy, and put the idea in their head in the first place and stop making it up. Even better, why don't we give them the jobs of the future? I've actually predicted the 52 jobs of the future. There's obesitologists, there's food engineers, home carers, internet detectives, trend hunters, vertical farmers and waste data handlers, yeah? All these are jobs, 80% predicted, 20% I made them up, yeah? Look, we've got aerospace engineers, bloggers, vloggers, digital architects, deep sea divers, hearing aid experts, yeah? Personal branding managers, trend hunters and nuclear engineers. You will notice a big splattering of engineers amongst there, yeah? But the stuff's out there. I got 4 of these jobs off a magazine in February. But you've got to think about these young people because they need our help, you know. And what really occurred to me when I was doing this test, this pilot in North Yorkshire, I asked them this, how many does part-time work? 17% did part-time work and only 8% did work experience. Yet let you 3 times more likely to get a job if you do part-time work and work experience. But look at these, I only did a little thing in school, 240 people against 1,600 people on the 5th Matrix. Let's do 20,000 young people, 100 schools. Let's do 10 to 12-year-olds and let's give them, put something good in their heads. And then perhaps we can predict the future. Perhaps there is an alternative life-changing careers advice for young people. And actually, my future's pretty much mapped out. I know what I'm going to do when I'm going to retire. I'll only be going at 5 miles an hour, like, yeah? But I'm going to plan it out, you know. I never did become a plumber. I never did become a pilot. But I tell you what, I've done pilots in schools, and I'm going to work out how to plumb this into education. So thank you very much, and thanks for listening.
Kerfoot, ladies and gentlemen. That's passion for you. That's what we like to see on stage. Thanks again, Paul.